The mansion loomed, dark and imposing against the twilight sky. I, Sherlock Holmes, stood before it, a silent sentinel, drawn into its enigma. A cold wind whispered through the crumbling facade, like the breath of a ghost. The iron gates, wrought with macabre artistry, creaked open. As if inviting me into the jaws of a beast, the air grew heavy, laden with a strange stillness, an unnatural quiet. Every step I took towards the mansion echoed in the silence. The sound of my own footsteps, the only sign of life in that desolate place. I could feel the weight of unseen eyes upon me, as though the shadows themselves were watching. The mansion's history was a tapestry of tragedy and despair, each room a thread in its grim narrative. The previous owner, a wealthy recluse, had vanished without a trace. Whispers of foul play and a family curse lingered. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones. Their words painted a picture of a place consumed by darkness, a place where the veil between worlds was thin. I examined the library. Bookshelves lined the walls, filled with ancient tomes. A fireplace, cold and empty, stood as a silent witness to forgotten gatherings. The air was thick with the smell of decay, and something else, a faint, sweet aroma, like the scent of decaying lilies. It was an unsettling juxtaposition, a jarring note in the mansion's symphony of sorrow. Days turned into nights, each tick of the clock a hammer blow on my nerves. Strange occurrences plagued my investigation. Objects moved, doors creaked open and slammed shut. Footsteps echoed in the dead of night, yet I found myself alone. Was it the wind playing tricks, or something more sinister? I, a man of logic and reason, began to question my own sanity. One night, I heard a melody, a mournful piano piece, played with a delicate touch. I followed the sound, my heart pounding in my chest. The music led me to the grand ballroom. The room was bathed in moonlight, the dust motes dancing in the silver beams, and there, at the piano, sat a figure, a woman in a flowing white gown, her back to me. As I approached the figure, my breath caught in my throat. The woman turned, her face obscured by the shadows, but I could feel her eyes upon me, cold, empty sockets that seemed to pierce my very soul. And then she spoke. Her voice, a hollow whisper, sent shivers down my spine. She revealed the mansion's secrets, the truth hidden for decades unfolded before me. The mansion was not haunted by a formless entity, but by the tormented souls trapped within its walls. Victims of a cruel deception, their spirits bound to the mansion by their unfinished business, the scent of lilies, the haunting melody, the ghostly apparitions, all pieces of a tragic puzzle finally falling into place.